told me no more lies. He did tell me that. Not to keep secrets from each other. And I think you have a point there, sweetheart. I should have never kept things from you like that. I didn't mean to hide it from you. Okay. By having sex with Daniel behind your back, I shouldn't have. I'm sorry, Wyatt, and that's why you didn't trust me with Daniel. I know why you were in my business over that, sweetheart. It's because, well, you're telling me what to do about the whole Daniel stuff. I know it's not fair to you that I was obsessive about him, mostly with you. I do see your point. You want me to keep my mind off of it. You do have a point there, sweetheart, okay? I don't want to ruin my love life with you because what's going on between me and Daniel, okay? I don't want to mess that up. And Daniel should have kept all that to himself, too. I did tell him that. I did. And when I see him tomorrow, I'll explain it to him, okay? And I tell him, I'll make sure I tell him to keep his hands to himself, okay? So when I see him tomorrow, I'll tell him that, okay? I mean, that's why you don't get, see, that's why you're not being nice with Daniel right now. I see your point. Well, you can't trust Daniel. And I see why you don't like Daniel as much. Why you hate him that much is because it's by him being inappropriate stuff, like the sex. I know it's scaring you. But I'm not going to mention it in front of your driver, okay? And I'm not going to talk about it on the paratransit. I'll wait till you get in the house and get into your room privately. Then I'll tell you, okay? And that's why I should have told Daniel in a nice way. That was supposed to be in private. I know that was a way long time ago back in Stepping Stones when that happened, swear. And I should have told Daniel to leave that alone. And I didn't have the courtesy to try. I know you're just going through a divorce right now, and well, he lost a wife. But there's no need for him to hit on me. There's no reason for him to be touching me in the first place. The next time he touches me again, I'll make sure I tell the staff, okay? You're right. Daniel should keep his hands off. He shouldn't be touching me at all. But they're in FVS. They're not supposed to be doing inappropriate touching. or kissing or sex. We can't talk about that in front of everybody there in FBS. We do have rules with that. He keeps doing that stuff. He's going to get suspended out of the program. I know who's the staff for this week, but I'll ask him tomorrow about that, okay? If I have a problem about Daniel touching me, either ask Corey or Markiana or one of his drivers about that, okay? I know who's his driver for this week, but I'll ask him about that tomorrow, okay? Okay, ask one of my case managers about that. And I'm going to tell him straight out when I see him tomorrow. I'll tell him that he shouldn't be touching girls. He should keep his hands off. That's right. Or I could tell my head boss Renee about that. Either way. Because she is my director during SBS. Okay. But during SBS, we need to keep our hands to ourselves. That's right. I'll tell one of my case managers about that. Either tell Lindsay or my head boss Renee about that. Or his driver. Okay. I know that Daniel's really obsessive about me. I know he can't keep his mind off of me. But I told him that was past his past. He needs to let go of that. When I see him tomorrow, I'll tell him, okay? So you don't have to worry too much about it, okay? But I want you to know one thing, that Daniel's not my type. He isn't, okay? And he's been dealing with a divorce right now, and ever since he lost his wife. But still no reason for him to be hitting on me like that. Remember when my mother told me I need to stay away from Daniel? And that's what she told me too. My mother doesn't trust me with Daniel. He has problems. But being with Daniel causes problems. It causes a lot of drama when it comes to the love triangles. That's why my mother's trying to break me and Daniel up because of all that. But yes, Daniel has a hard time not leaving things alone. He keeps talking about the past, and he should keep his mind off of that. That's right. You're right. Okay. When I see him tomorrow, I'll tell him. I know that back in Stepping Stones. He's not in Stepping Stones anymore. He's in SBS. So you should not worry about that. I already told him that. Last Tuesday when I saw him, I did tell him that. But I will have a long talk with him about that tomorrow, okay? And I think I know why we're fighting. Because Daniel is getting in the middle of our love life. That's true. I mean, that's why we're not getting along that much. While we're fighting with each other, calling each other names. I know what's causing it. It's because Daniel is getting in the way. You're right about that, sweetheart. That's why you don't trust me with Daniel. That's why you tell me to stay away from him. You have the right to. So, I respect your advice, okay? So you should go by your advice with that, okay? I believe you. I do respect your space when it comes to the Daniel stuff, okay? All right, I'll give you a chance. It's a deal. I do see your point, sweetheart. Yeah, I know you're just trying to help. It's really nice of you, though. Okay. But I'm not going to see Daniel again. I'm not. He's not part of my life anymore. You are. You're the only one I'm in love with. It's you. All I want is you. I want to be with you. Okay? I have you in my life now. I want to give it up because of this whole Daniel stuff, okay? It took me 10 years since I've been in love with you. Since we've been dating. Okay. And we're married. I don't want to ruin that. Okay. I am your wife. And your girlfriend. And your woman. I still want to. Okay. We are having a baby. Well, we have a special, and I really don't want to ruin it between us. Okay. You're the only one for me. I always love you. No matter what, you still are my boyfriend. We're about together now. So let's not mess it up between us, okay?